New York 114 over Atlanta's 98. We are now at 2-2 in this first round series between the Knicks and the Hawks. Welcome inside the studio for NBA Showtime. Maria Taylor, the Hall of Famers, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Carmelo Anthony here with you. Melo, let's start with you. The guys were kind of saying that we're playing for our lives. Kat was saying after the game to Zora Stevenson, we understand the magnitude, and they played like a team on a mission tonight.
It was just a will to win from the beginning of the game. You saw the energy. You saw them when they ran out on the court. You seen it from the tip-off. Those guys was locked in. I'm sure they got the message. I'm sure they heard all the noise over the past couple of days, and they understood what they needed to come do today. I thought the strategy was right today. They got it right throughout the whole game. And Kat, we talk about Kat, about what we always want to see from Kat, but from him today to lead the team by his passing, by his aggressiveness, and then took advantage of the defense when he could. He just played a complete game today. So I would say this was a complete win, a total win, team win, but Kat really led us tonight.
Yeah, the first time he's got a triple-double in a playoff game, so huge for Kat, certainly in this one, VC. But he was dominant from the beginning. He was aggressive in his playmaking, we'll certainly say.
Particularly when Brunson goes out, we were sitting there saying, this is Kat's time to shine and do his thing, and he did just that. He dominated. He was aggressive on the glass, but when he's attacking downhill, or when you give him the ball in the post, he makes things happen. Either he's going to score, draw a foul, or more times than not, make the right play, and he did that tonight.
Yeah, that's why I was saying he needs to be heavily involved in the offense because he could do so many things. I mean, the guy's heavily, he's really skilled. But I think overall as a team, I think in that locker room before pregame or in pregame, I think they said, let's be physical, right? Let's put the onus on the referees to see how they dictate and call this game. And they got the benefit of the whistle today because they were extremely physical. Some calls really went their way, and they got away with it today. So hopefully, you know, they could bring that same type of energy and effort.
Bottle it up.
For sure, and the next game and see if they get it.
Take it on to MSG, which is where the next game will most certainly be played. You kind of saw it in the graphic there, but Kat just the fourth Knick to actually have a triple-double in a playoff game. Let's get to talking about all of his teammates, too, though. Jalen Brunson, it seems like it was up and down, maybe inconsistent is what we saw throughout this series. Just looked a little bit different here tonight.
He just looked like he's trying to figure it out. He's trying to find his spots. I think Atlanta's throwing a lot at him. I think those first two games and game 2, game 3 really took a lot out of JB as far as mentally, as far as how to approach the game, what to approach during the game. But I just wanted him to today just relax. Like today wasn't your night as far as leading the team to a victory. Just be a part of the team tonight. Just play a different role tonight and let the other guys do that. I think Josh Hart came out. He was on 10 today from the beginning of the game, which allowed the Knicks to have those runs and create that momentum during the game.
My one concern with Brunson is the turnovers. I think that's the thing. They got away with it this time, but he has 6 turnovers. And I think he had 5 or 6 last game, and that could come back to bite you. He's one of those clutch players. He's a clutch player. We understand that, but just protecting the basketball for the good of the teams.
All right, well, Melo talked about Josh Hart. Actually, he's joining us now here on NBA Showtime. A friend of the show, Josh, it's good to have you on again.
I
know, big smile, still sitting on the court.
Well, I got these ice packs on my knees, man. The recovery starts right now.
I know, that's right. Talk to us, Josh, about what...
Come on, cameraman. What you doing?
We got it.
Don't put my dogs out there. Don't put my dogs out there.
We only saw your knees, I promise. We only saw your knees. Talk to me about what you guys were talking about going into this game, knowing that you needed to even up this series before you headed back to MSG.
Yeah, it was just we had to have a better sense of urgency. I think that was the biggest thing. Obviously, that's a good team over there, but we knew if we brought a sense of urgency, a sense of physicality from the jump and not, easing into the game, we'll be in a good position.
Josh, T-Mac here. With Atlanta winning one on your home court, taking that home court away, but you guys getting it back tonight, what do you guys do going back home to really knock that confidence out of them, having them coming in, believing they can win another game?
Yeah, I mean, we have to do exactly what we did today at a higher level. Obviously, they're going to come in. As you guys know, whenever you lose, that sense of urgency is heightened. That attention to detail is heightened. And we got to be ready for that. And, it's going to be a battle game 5, and we have to bring it and be ready.
Josh, you said, this is VC, by the way, you said in one of your interviews about taking the challenge on Jalen Johnson and doing all the film and studying. It seems like you've done that. By you taking him away, what was most important for you to take away from Jalen Johnson to be effective for your team?
You know, just trying to be physical with him. Obviously, he's a good player. You know, so I wanted to try to take him out of the game, you know, as best as I could. And then times when he was out, I wanted CJ, and I wanted to bring that toughness and that physicality from the jump. That's my job. That's my role, is to defend at a high level, have that competitive nature, and inspire my guys. So that's what I'm just trying to do.
Josh, X's and O's in the postseason are usually what we pay attention to details to. Was tonight about X's and O's, or was tonight about just going out there having the will to win, being physical with the Atlanta Hawks?
Yeah, it was just a will to win. As you know, X and O sometimes in the playoffs, you know each other so well. And those X and O's can, you know, come and go. But that intensity, that competitive nature, the physicality is heightened in the playoffs, and that's something that we have to do, you know, from the jump. And we can't be satisfied with this. We got to keep building off it and having that sense of urgency.
All right, Josh, you know, last time we had you on, you were talking about, like, you're the old guy, and so you got the ice on your knees now. Okay, what is the rehab the rest of the day looking like? Are you the last one on the bus like Melo used to be, or what happens next?
You better have some board on when he get home.
Right?
Hey, man, I haven't drank any wine in a little while, man. I need that recovery, so I ain't gonna drink no wine, man. I'm gonna get home. I'm a sauna, ice, red light. I got all that stuff at the house. Sleep, recover, nutrition, man, that's all it is. So I got to make sure I'm ready to bring that physicality from the jump in Game 5 and sustain it. I was a little smoked after that first half, so I got to make sure I sustain it.
He said, I can't even lie. I can't even lie.
To you there.
All right, appreciate it. That's Josh Hart, the heart of the Garden. That's what you'll see him playing next.
Back home, baby, back home.
Appreciate it.
Tied
Yes, sir.
it all up in the series, 2-2. Josh Hart, he had 10 points, like you said, very physical, brought the defensive intensity that the Knicks needed. But let's get back to what we saw from Cat, Melo, and we talked about the triple-double, but really all night long looking to make plays in every way that he could.
Well, I also thought that, well, tonight they did a great job with putting Cat kind of in that joker position, right? And that delayed spot right there at the top of the key, because passing don't get enough credit. He's able to see the whole floor. He know he got a mismatch right now, but they running a flex offense right now. You know, the Knicks ran a flex offense, pin downs, cross screens, and Cat is able to see that tonight. He made some great passes. Obviously had a triple-double today, but just his total game. The passes opened up everything for him. As you can see, he stepped right into this three. The game just came to him. I don't want to say easy, but it was lots of fluidity today with Cat's game, where he didn't have to think too much. He didn't have to make plays or force plays. He just let the game come to him. He made the right plays. When somebody was open, he gave it to him. When it was his time to shoot, he shot. And then it was his time to go get a basket and get going. He did that as well. So this was a complete game for Cat tonight.
The Knicks also forcing 21 turnovers. Just wanted to get that in, and they scored 19 points off of those Hawks miscues. That helped certainly on the defensive end for them. VC, you had something?
No, there's their points in the paint. By him getting into the paint, by him making plays, playing through him, like you said, it opens up everything for him. They were able to get the three-point shot working, but then he's being patient. When he wanted to take the ball off, or take his guy off the dribble, he did that, draw fouls, get buckets. So that is a formula that I think they're going to need to take into Game 5.
Yeah, all right. Well, after back-to-back wins for Atlanta, one in MSG and one in Atlanta, they drop this game to the Knicks. Quinn Snyder, head coach of the Hawks, stepping up to the podium to address the media.
In the previous two games, what do you feel like they were able to do to sort of limit that?
More than anything, the start of the game, you know, their physicality bothered us, but we didn't do the things that we need to do to have success against them. You know, we turn the ball over. There's no transition when you're turning the ball over and, you know, bringing it up, you know, out of the net. We didn't crash the way we need to. Felt like there were 50-50 balls that they came up with. So we've got to be better. You know, we didn't do the things we needed to do to win from that standpoint. And I thought we didn't move the ball either. You know, it got stagnant, and, you know, give them credit. Their aggressiveness on the defensive end, Josh Hart in particular, he was guarding everybody. So it wasn't a game that was loaded with adjustments as much as it was, a team that really got after it. And, as I said, it's not like we didn't compete, but we didn't compete in the areas that we need to in order to win a game.
You got into it a little bit there, but as far as the ball security is concerned, do you attribute most of that to their physicality, or just ball handling issues, or what do you point to with that?
It's both, really. I think when a team is aggressive, it's you have to be more sure with the ball. Passes are tougher. You need to get off it sooner. I think as much as anything, no, you can't attack on your own. You have to attack collectively. And I thought when that did happen, we were trying to respond, but we weren't responding collectively. We were responding individually. And, it showed in the stat line. I think we had more turnovers than assists, and, until the end of the game. That changed like the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, they led it by as many as 17, by the way, here in the fourth quarter. Let's get to it. Cade Cunningham, he's been playing great. We'll see what he has for us in this Game 3.
Yeah, Paolo and the Magic had Bane, Suggs come out in that first half and really get them off to a great start. And Wendell Carter, too, with his defense and rebounding.
Yeah, listen, Bane hit 7 of 9 threes. There you go. Tobias Harris knocking one down in the quarter. That makes it a 3-point game. Cade stepping up. Drops one, too. Ties it up. Again, battled back from being down 17 in the fourth. Here we go. Franz Wagner, though, gets going.
Yeah, that execution at the end of the game.
Yeah. Magic scored 9 straight points. They were like, we'll take the control right on back. Everyone's putting the threes everywhere and anywhere. You hit a 3, you just throw up 3 fingers.
Somewhere.
Selly right now. That's the Selly. Paolo!
There go 3 more.
Take us home. He got the lucky bounce. They get the victory here. Detroit had lost its last 4 first-round series entering these playoffs. Meanwhile, Orlando, the last 8 seed, just so you guys know, to beat a 1 seed that happened in 2023, and that was Miami. Paolo had 25 points, Bane had 25 points, and Cade Cunningham obviously leading his team with 27. Let's see what the coaches had to say.
On paper, this is a 1 versus 8 matchup. It doesn't feel like it when watching this. What have you learned about your team?
I haven't learned anything. We got a lot of respect for those guys over there. But we know how we stack up. We know what we got in this locker room. And so we don't fear them. But, we got a lot of respect, and we just want to have to bring it on Monday.
Coach, what's the mindset going into the game 4, I guess, after tonight?
It's one game at a time. And, that's what playoff series are. We come down here, we win on Monday, we take home court advantage back. Tonight's game, we'll learn from it, or today's game, we'll learn from it, but it's over with. And, it gives us more opportunity to study, it gives us more film to watch, more time, to prepare, to get ready for Monday. But you can't hang on to it. And again, our guys have been consistent all year, that we've been able to move on to the next. So I trust our guys, that we'll focus on it, we'll learn from it, we'll study it, we'll get better at it, and then Monday we'll be ready to go.
When J.B. Bickerstaff says he trusts his guys, listen, they have been consistent all year. That's how you get the 1 seed in the East. Let me ask you this, T-Mac. Do you trust his guys, the Pistons, to be able to walk away with this series? It's really been a battle for them against the Magic.
They're the #1 series for a reason. Absolutely, I trust them. I trust Cade Cunningham.
Okay.
Right? But hold up.
Okay.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Wait.
Yeah. We will roll the tape back.
Again, I said this before this series. Orlando is not your typical 8th seed, right? They're an 8th seed because they were dealing with a lot of injuries during the regular season, right? A lot of their guys were out, but we had them projected to be a top 4 or 5 seed. They just happened to land in the 8th seed. And tough break for Detroit because this team can match their physicality. Detroit, that's their identity, is being a physical team, where Orlando can match that with their size, and they showed that today. They showed it in Detroit. Could they go and do it again? I absolutely believe they could do that. They're going to have to match that in the beginning, though. They can't go in there thinking that it's going to be an easy cakewalk, right? They see what happened in Game 2. They're going to have to hit first and not be the team that gets, hit second. So we'll see.
There you go, VC. This is your boys right here.
Very true.
No, I mean, you mentioned physicality. I mean, you got 14 and 17 by Wendell Carter, 8 offensive rebounds. Like, I agree with you. Like, we saw what the Knicks did to the Hawks in this game, and they were physical early. And I think the Hawks were comfortable because of their win. I hope the Magic don't come out poking their chests out the same. Yeah, he said we don't fear them, but you tend to get comfortable at home, and I hope they're still on edge and understand how important, how big of a win that game will be, and to put them in position to win the series. So, like you said, I agree. They're very capable, but you know, they're going to make adjustments.
Here's my concern, right? Because you look at Bane shot the ball extremely well from three-point.
Yeah.
I don't see him going 6
He was 3 for 15 coming into this game in the series, so that was like.
I don't see him shooting 7 for 9 in Detroit, right? So Bane played well, Franz played well, and Paolo and Wendell Carter, right? So those 4 guys played well.
One more game at home, though.
You didn't really get no help from your bench, and that's what scares me. They're gonna have to get on the road. They're gonna have to get a lift from that bench, and it's gonna have to come from Anthony Black, right?
Tristan De Silva.
Yeah, it's gonna have to come from one of those guys, and can they do it is the question.
Yeah. I think, too, our eyes, Mello, have been a little bit on Jalen Duren and what he's been. He's had career high, averaging 19 points per game coming into today's game. I mean, he was only averaging 9 points. It just seems like he's not getting to his spots or the opportunities that we're used to seeing him get, at least offensively.
Well, this is the playoffs, and attention to details matter. And no team is going to let you beat them with what you're known for. You're known for your 1-2 punch with your pick and roll with Cade and Duren. Orlando is not going to let you beat them that way. They're physical with you from the jump. And I think Detroit, because they've been #1 all season long, they got 82 games to kind of go through the motions and get back and find the energy. We can be down. You can't do that right now. You got to come out the gate. Just like Josh Hart said earlier, we got to be physical from the jump ball. And I don't think Detroit has been physical from the jump ball in any of these games in the series. So I think they're going to make that adjustment. I think they're going to come out early in the game or in the next game and be physical. But to your point, Jalen Duren has to step up. He has to make himself known from a physical presence. If the pick and roll is not working, we got to do something else. Wendell Carter Jr. right now is, I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say the whole name, but Wendell Carter Jr. right now is outplaying Jalen Duren offensively and defensively. So this is playoffs. You got to step it up. You got to be smarter on how you get yourself going. And also, Detroit got to do a better job of getting him going, too, because there's no second option for Cade right now. So if they could make him the second option, get him going, get him aggressive, get into the basket, I think Detroit will pull us out.
Yeah, and it was interesting in game 2. Remember, they came out of the locker room in the third quarter, went on a 30-3 run. And so we were kind of waiting for when will Detroit's run happen. It did, but they were down 17 by that time. So really like battling out of a hole, and you're on the road. Like you guys said, you have to throw the first punch or stay in the game. And they weren't able to find that consistency that J.B. Bickerstaff was talking about at the podium. All right, let's get to yet another highlight. The Suns taking on the Thunder, getting to host their first game of the postseason. There's D-Book. Let's see what he has for us. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is going to step up to the front in this highlight, just so you guys know.
That's too easy right there. Luke, listen, this ain't Duke no more, but you got to be up on it.
That's right there. Right.
Shai hit his first 7 shots, though, by the way.
Shai had taught you better than that.
He had 17 points by the time when half was over. Dillon Brooks did have 33 points, though, in this game.
He's playing well, man. You know, OKC's put their attention at D-Book, but, you know, Brooks has stepped up on both sides of the ball. He tried to be physical, he tried to do that, but he's putting the ball and he's playing extremely well.
Yeah, well, Shai is playing great, out of his mind, 42 points, his new career high in a playoff game. You see he was making it happen with his assists, knocking down shots, 15 for 18. That's 80% from the field. And that was the Thunder's 11th straight win in the first round. They're now tied for the 5th most first-round wins in a row since the NBA expanded its playoff format in 1984, which they joined some of the all-time teams on that list right there. Here was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander after the game with Jordan Cornette.
Shai, I'm not sure if you know this, but a playoff career high for you tonight, 42 points. What allowed you to be so comfortable this afternoon? Just try to let the game come to me. Use my teammates out there as weapons. Like, I know they're gonna try to make it tough on me, make me play in the crowd. The guys did a great job of just playing outside of that tonight and making the defense have to pick their poison, and we look pretty good out there.
Let's talk about those teammates, the reigning defending champions, first time on the road in these playoffs. How do you feel like you guys looked as a group?
Yeah, we were good. They jumped on us early, I think got up like 10 or 8. We just stuck with it, stuck with our principles. We did a good job of just staying true to who we are through the adversity, through the crowd, through a really good team on the road, and we came out of here with a W.
Shay, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
We all know what SGA can do, and everything like that. Watching him tonight, first of all, what's your reaction to what he did? And second of all, what are the 1 or 2 things that enabled him tonight to do what he did?
He's efficient, and I got him game 4.
Thanks, Phil.
Appreciate it.
Said that they weren't going to beat Boston, and then that's exactly what they did. Let's just have a conversation about what they would have to do in order to secure another win in this series, if they're capable of doing it. VC?
Well, first and foremost, I think Maxi's going to, once again, have to put that cape on.
Yeah.
VJ Edgecombe is going to have to continue to play well. PG is going to have to continue to play well. After that, they're going to have to make, others going to have to make shots, and they're going to have to rebound. They're going to have to rebound. Defensively, you can't allow their best players to have open shots. And we talked about it earlier, is in isolation, you can't allow your mismatches. You have to make somebody else beat you on that Celtics team. Now, they're very good. They share the ball. They have a lot of shooting and scoring. You said you heard your ear to the street that possibly Joel Embiid.
What happened?
He said,
ear to the street.
I'll give you the update. I'll give you the update. Joel Embiid has been doing individual workouts. Nick Nurse said today they'll know more about his status after shoot-around tomorrow. I got your back.
You was something else.
But got the iPad open.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We work it for real, for real.
Yeah, yeah. So if you have a Joel Embiid that's coming back, and I'll ask this to the panel, how do you now utilize him?
The same way.
It's the same way. But do you take away what VJ has been doing now to give
But you won't take away. Actually, I think you're going to make it a little bit easier
for VJ.
This MVP right here we're talking about. He attracts so much attention. And I think for them, it's establishing him inside, get that presence inside, right, early, and see how he is, and then step out. Because if you get him established early, going early in the first half, on that block, man.
On the block.
On the block.
Because, you know, sometimes he tends to float out there on the block.
No, we don't. No, we need him on the block because I think drawing that attention and, you know.
Making the right play out of it, which he struggles sometimes.
But beating up, you know, Kate Nemes and Vucevic, like getting those guys, wearing those guys down, especially Vucevic, because he is a big part of what they do. He shoots threes too. He stretches the floor for those guys. So getting him in foul trouble or wearing him down, and then once he gets going, he can step out, and that's going to open up everything for those guys to drive.
It's interesting if Joel comes back.
Yeah.
Joel does so much though. We always say we want him on the block. He's good at the elbow. He's good at any elbow, any block, and if you back up, he gonna shoot the 3, right? And but also what he does when you give him the ball, the gravity that Joel demands is unbelievable out there. So you gotta guard him. So now PG is open on the backside. Maxey is spaced. VJ can just roam and cut to the basket and slash. Now Joel got a one-on-one situation whenever he wants it.
He's not going. If you play Joel Embiid one-on-one with what they have, he's going to eat you alive.
Yeah.
You can't play him one-on-one. So if he's cooking.
Not going to change. Boston's not going to change the way they play. They playing fast. They want threes. They getting up and down the court. They're going to try to run Joel if he comes back.
That's what I was going to say. They'll try to run him, number one. Number two, at the same time, if he's just coming back, we want you to show us you can beat us one-on-one because more likely he's going to wear down and you're keeping the ball.
They don't want him to do
it. You said
they're going to get Bono.
He can do it.
Let Bono beat them.
I agree with that. But that's what we're talking about how Boston plays their defense.
Yeah.
They want to stay home on the shooters, not allowed to give up three-point shooters, so you have to give up something.
Yeah.
If you're going to get 40, go get 40. That's Boston.
Yeah. Show me.
Yeah,
I agree. Are you going to wear down? Then they'll make an adjustment.
And we would see exactly how many minutes he would actually be able to play. Remember, he's 2 weeks removed from an appendectomy, so that's that's what I know Joel Embiid is dealing with right now. Meanwhile,
they sold that up though.
It's out. We good.
Already healed a little bit.
Right. Melo should know. He's a doctor. The Lakers and the Rockets. The Lakers right now are up 3. That's why he wears glasses. They're up 3-0, looking for a sweep against Houston. If we end up saying that they pulled off the sweep, what would you say had happened in the 4th game?
Who was you talking about?
For the
I was listening to him. Sorry. Respect.
If the Lakers pull off.
Oh, the Lakers. If they pull.
The headline's gonna be what?
LeBron is the greatest player of all time. That's what the headlines is going to say.
Okay, Doc.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying him doing this is what people are going to say.
No Luka, no AR.
No AR.
No KD.
They ain't going to say that. I'm saying the people's going to say
That's what the people going to say.
You know, she said the headlines.
The headlines. Yeah, he's right. But I think a lot of, if they win it, it's because Marcus Smart, again, plays unbelievable. Luke Kennard shoots 25 to 29 points, has his way.
Bro,
and then LeBron does what he does.
Get ready for the headlines. What I'm trying to say. It's not going to be Luke Kennard. No. Let the Lakers.
But she's saying, why?
The greatest player of all time leads the Lakers, sweeps Houston.
Yeah.
In year 23.
At
41 years.
Throwing oops to Bronny.
Throwing oops to his son. Like, this is what we talking about.
I'm talking more how they're going to win.
We together, baby.
Yeah. But the headline's going to say.
The headline's going to say something else.
A lot of people say it.
He ain't lying.
Well, get ready to read that headline.
Hey, man, we don't know KD's status, but you know, LeBron and what he's done with this team and really just built the confidence in someone like Luke Kennard, and DeAndre Ayton is playing great defense, playing great ball. I don't think he did that. Marcus Smart is just a great basketball player.
He's a winner.
He makes winning plays. So I don't know if Houston has enough. I mean, they could have pulled that game out the other night, but the immaturity and inexperience for that group, let them down. Bron is thinking, man, I need to get some rest. I got to get them out of here.
And you want to talk about the epitome of empowerment. By a star player, that's what he's brought to this team. And you've heard Luke Kennard say it. You can see it with the other guys. So, yeah, I mean, he's been around. He's seen it all. This is like another notch for him. Like, oh, I've done everything you could possibly do in the game by winning championships and winning series. This is another way for him to do it,
And I got my son to highlight in the playoffs. This is
Bronny.
That's crazy.
Right.
Listen, man, our producer trying to rush us on TV now.
He said, I've been here all day. Yo, they literally started playing the music in our ears. They started playing the Get Off the Air music. Y'all couldn't even finish your thoughts.